Hey guys, it's Chey. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you're not, hey boo. In today's video, I wanted to switch it up and play with some color. We are in full holiday mode, but still you can play with a little bit of color. So I chose to do this beautiful blue and purple look. And the eyeshadow palette that I use today is going to be the Morphe Holiday Palette. This is the Shade Thrower palette, and I initially wasn't going to pick this up, but because of the shimmers, I just had to. Also, in today's video, I have a lot of new products to me, or products that I just need to get more use out of. The first new product is going to be the Fine Beauty bronzer and blush. I also tried out some products from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I have their bronzer and highlighter on. If you guys are interested to see how these products applied and what I think about them, then if you like it here, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? We're gonna go ahead and get in this tutorial of testing new makeup. Hey guys, so I already have one eye done, but I wanted to show you guys my natural hair. She is freshly washed and blow dried, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this makeup look. I'm starting with the P.louise eye base in RUMOUR 4, and I only really use the P.louise bases to prime my eyes, and I'm really just making sure that everything is even and buffed out. We're taking the Morphe Shade Thrower eyeshadow palette, and of course, this is the star of the show. I'm gonna first take the shade called So Bad, and I'm using that as my transition shade, and it's more of a cool tone brown. I normally don't do cool tone eyeshadow looks, but this look was a vibe. Next, to blend it out, I'm taking the shade Fake Friend, and we definitely don't need any of those around, so you just want to make sure everything is nice and blended. And to slowly deepen up the look, I'm taking the shade Serious Shade, okay, because honey, when it comes to fake friends, they are going to be throwing that shade for real. So to even make it more smoky, we're going to do Dirty Laundry, okay? And I feel like everybody has had a moment where they air out some dirty laundry, okay? And we're just making everything smoky. Now I'm taking the DANESSA MYRICKS COLORFIX foil. This is in the shade Rock Candy, and I'm using this as a base for my shimmer. And I mean, it's absolutely stunning. To top it off, I'm gonna set it with RBF, which is Resting Bee Face, okay? We all have one of those as well. And I'm just making sure everything is nice and blended. I went back into So Bad just to blend the colors onto the lid because we don't want any harsh lines. For lashes, I'm taking Sandy Harkine's lash line in SHECHINGONA and popping those on, cleaning up that outer corner, and the eyes look absolutely stunning. I'm so obsessed, but we're gonna be on to the skin. I'm taking the DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm powder in 8.5, and I use this as a primer, and it also gives me more coverage so that I don't have to add as much foundation, and it really helps my makeup last so well. So I'm just adding that all over the face. Then I'm of course color correcting because this is a full glam beat, so we don't want to have anything looking gray or anything like that. So I'm just color correcting around the mouth, underneath the eyes, my normal areas, just to make sure everything's nice and evened out. Next, for foundation, I'm mixing these two shades, and you definitely want to make sure you're shaking your foundations. And these are the shade comparisons, and I'm just mixing those together and applying them all over the face. I do like to dot my foundation on just because it gives me more control rather than like squirting a pump of each all over the face. I like to have just like that control, and I'm using tapping motions to tap in my foundation. I don't do any swirling, just tapping to really focus the coverage and everything like that. And the skin is really looking like skin. It looks like my skin, but a little bit glowy. So as you can see the difference, and the color match is perfect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side, making sure that everything blends flawlessly. And you really want to take your time. And then I'm taking my sponge to soak up any excess product. I'm also trying out this new Fyne Cosmetics cream bronzer, and they also had a bronzer brush to go with it, so I picked it up. Normally I don't pick up tools that go with it, but I was trying something new. So this bronzer, the pigment is so beautiful. It's very thin, okay, and you can build this up, but a little bit definitely goes a long way. It is very like skin like, so this is perfect for the girls that are just getting into like cream bronzers. So as you can see, it's showing up. This brush was very flimsy. I probably wouldn't use it again, but the skin is looking like I just came from vacation. I also have the Fyne Cosmetics concealers, and the packaging, 10 out of 10. It's so stunning. So I'm taking this shade right here. It's more of a natural color, and the way that it feels underneath the eye is so luxurious. It's so lightweight, but the coverage is there. So I'm just using that to highlight my normal areas and using that to cut underneath my cheekbones, just because I want to have a little bit more structure to the face. And this literally blended out like a dream. Okay, literally I needed minimal effort to blend it, and it is absolutely stunning. And I only dipped in once, and it covered my whole face. But of course, you know me, I need a little bit of extra highlight, so I'm going in with a lighter shade for the inner corner. And I low-key, high-key used a little bit too much, but what's new, I also got my hands on the Fyne Cosmetics cream blushes, and I'm taking this lighter pink shade. And I will say you do have to build up the blush because it is a little bit on the lighter side, but that's okay. So I just am blending out the concealer because baby, this thing is full coverage, and I was like, let me just go ahead and try to blend out this concealer. And then I'm taking a darker cream blush from Fyne Cosmetics, and honestly I could have just used this shade, but I like that using the two, there was like that ombre blush moment going on. So to set underneath the eyes, I'm taking the Pink Honey Cloud setting powder, and the way that this blurs and smooths the under eyes, like look at how it fills in any fine lines. It literally looks flawless. So I'm just setting that underneath the eyes, setting my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and of course the chin. And this does brighten a little bit too, so just be mindful of that when you're setting these areas. But to set the whole face, I'm taking the Sephora Collection matte foundation powder, and honestly I haven't used this in such a long time, so I wanted to bring her out, and I definitely need to use her because the way that this just melted in the skin looks so amazing. For bronzer, I'm taking the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Bronzed Bombshell in Bronzed and Bougie. It is a more red tone bronzer, and I'm trying to decide if I really like a red toned bronzer or not. It's definitely giving Kissed by the Sun, but I feel like this brush that I was using from Fyne Cosmetics, it's a lot more fluffy and flimsy than what I'm used to. So I feel like I did have to like really dig into my products. But I mean, look at the face, okay? It's giving bronze, it's giving skin like, it's giving natural. So I'm also taking that bronzer to do my nose contour, but I wanted a little bit more dimension, so I'm taking the NARS Laguna 8 bronzer. This is their deepest bronzer, I believe, and this was also giving more red tone, not really cool tone, but it is a little bit darker. But I really want to get back into like actually contouring for structure. But we're on to blush. I'm taking the J'adore Cosmetics blush palette, and I'm taking this middle peachy shade. And this is more of a like terracotta pinky peachy color. I literally could just like live in this blush, to be honest. But like I said, these Fyne Cosmetic blushes are very flimsy, so I did have to really go in with the product. And just to do an ombre moment, I'm taking this baby pink, and I mean, she was pigmented, so I'm just blending that for that ombre blush moment. And I'm an oily skin type of girl, so I have to bake. So I'm taking the One Size translucent powder, and we are baking. And baking also helps me snatch my face. It also really helps with oil control because, like I said, my skin is super oily. So baking and setting are very important to my foundation routine. So yeah, I'm just setting the eyebrows as well because for some reason my eyebrows get oily, and then I'm just going underneath the cheeks just to help reinforce that shape to my face. Then I'm adding a purple in my waterline just to enhance the purple eyeshadow. I feel like this was a cute little added touch, and this is from Made by Mitchell, and it was super creamy. It really just glided on, and I love that it wasn't like too purple, but it did just enough. And then I'm taking a little bit of this icy blue shade from the Shade Thrower palette and adding that on the inner corner. Normally I don't do like the inner corner, but it definitely added that touch. Then I'm bringing back those natural like dimensions to my brows using this NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen, and it really is the final step for my brows. Then I'm on to highlighter from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is in the shade Glitzen, and I love this. This is literally like the perfect holiday highlighter. It's like champagne and like perfect for this time of year. A little bit definitely goes a long way. Then I'm just setting my lips with some powder, and I'm using the Glamlight Halloween 2 lip kit, and you get a lip liner, lip gloss, and the lipstick. So I'm taking the lip liner first, and it is more of a like cool toned brown. Normally I'm used to something a little bit warmer, but you know, we're trying something different, and it really enhances the lip. And just seeing my top lip come back to life literally shakes me every time. So now that we have the lip liner on, it's literally perfect. It's time for lipstick, and this is also a cool tone lip color. It looks really pretty, very something I would not pick. And honestly, when I was putting it on, it was giving like powdered donut, and I didn't really know how to feel about it. But I feel like once it was all blended and I was adding it, it all just looked so stunning. And the gloss is literally gorgeous. It's basically a clear gloss with blue reflex in it, and I just used that with my finger, and as you can see, it is giving instant glow. It looks so juicy. It's looking so delectable. So the lips was definitely giving. And to set the face, I'm taking the P.louise Fix It Up. This is a mattifying setting spray. Mostly P.louise has, you know, glowy ones, but this is the beat. I'm so in love with how the makeup came out, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.